My name is Judd.
My name is Rich.
And this is a comic strip AP of Sorcerer featuring the story of Percival Lowder. When we last saw Percival, he was on a construction site outside of a prefab building, an office on the construction site, and he was looking in a window. The thug who knocked down his door and tried to kill him and stole his sorcery notebook was in there. And there's also a young woman in there who he couldn't really get a good look at, but he had a good idea that she was, in fact, a sorcerer.
That's right.
That is where we'll start. Percival, you're outside on a construction site. It is the middle of the night. It's like 3 a.m. It's still pretty loud outside because you're across the street from Grand Central Station on 1 Vanderbilt. And you can kind of hear the murmurs of this sorcerer and her servant of some kind. You see him hand her your notebook. She starts thumbing through it and like nodding her head. What do you do?
I'm curious. She's here, which means that she's trying to get a foothold on 1 Vanderbilt Plaza. I wonder how much she has. Is there any way that I can sense if there's enough structure here? Is there a spirit here?
That's a cool question. Is there enough building here for you to engage it in sorcery? Let's make a lore roll to find that out, to see if there's a demon here.
Okay. My lore is a 3.
Okay, and you're going to be rolling against a 2.
Come on, high dice. All right, here we go. 6, 4, and 3. Not awesome.
4 and 1.
4 and 1. Okay, so that's just one success.
Right, but it's enough. Yes, there is enough of a building here, and as a matter of fact, the demonic presence of the building has already been summoned by her. It hasn't been bound yet.
Ooh, oh, I could snake this out from under her?
Yes.
Hell yes. Oh, well, that's oddly appropriate.
Yes, it is.
I want to take it. I wonder, Vanderbilt, she may have taken my coven leader, and she nearly killed me. I don't know what's happened to the other members of my coven, so I'm in. I'm going to do this.
Awesome. What does it look like? What exactly do you do?
I don't have my notebook.
Correct.
So I think what Percival does is he pulls out his phone and he just draws out to a drawing app.
Uh-huh.
And he's just going to try to sketch out what he sees of 1 Vanderbilt Plaza right now, what it looks like. Try to represent that in very rough kind of finger tap icons to draw out the thing, and then he's going to draw power and try to bind it that way.
Awesome. That sounds like... I'm going to say that that's lore.
I think so. I mean, will would be, of course, how I would be the strongest, but it does sound like what I've sketched out is very lore related. So.
Yeah. Cool.
Now, would it be smarter for me to backtrack and try to come up with a way that he's using his will? And what would that probably look like?
Yeah, let's not play it that way. I would rather you just described it, and if you fail this roll, it just means that the demon will have something over you.
Okay.
Like the demon will have the strong hand in the relationship, so I think that's actually pretty cool.
That is cool. Let's do this.
Cool.
All right, I'm pulling in my 3 lore. Here we go.
So this is a powerful demon. It's a 7 will.
Holy crap. Oh, I see a 10, man. Everything else is so low.
I know, yeah, you almost had it. Yeah, it only got 1 success on you.
Yep, 1 success.
Okay. Let's talk about what sorcery looks like. You're walking around and you're sketching on your phone. If this was a movie, things would start to move really fast, except for Percival. Like, the construction workers would start coming in, and it would be like a stop-motion camera, except Percival is just walking through it. You're walking along, like, the foundations and the stuff that's actually there, which is, like, the concrete and pieces of rebar sticking up, and then the construction workers start moving through, and things start building up around you. And literally, like, trucks are coming in, and you're just walking through it. You're walking through time as the building goes up.
Wow.
You walk all along the stairs, and you go all the way to the top, to the penthouse of this ridiculous building. you get the feeling that the demon will resort, like you're looking at a penthouse that looks out on Grand Central Station. And as you're walking through it and sketching it out, you think that this is going to be, if things go right and you feed this demon and keep it happy, this is going to be where you live.
Nice.
And you go down the elevator into the basement. There's one last thing to do. It's like in those old cartoons when they like, there's like a thing in the foundation and you just like a cube, you know, and you just like push a piece of concrete, like you lever a piece of concrete over this block and like close something off.
Right.
But what's inside the foundation is the barrel of a man who bursted into your apartment and the sorcerer.
Okay.
And there is a crowbar on the piece of concrete, and all you have to do to like seal this deal is like pull the lever and then move it, and it'll seal them into it forever.
Okay, I understand.
You also get the feeling that this is a particularly bloodthirsty building.
Yes, I do get that feeling.
Okay. Got it. What do you do as like you see them there? They're tied up in like stuff you would find on a construction site, right? Rope and telecommunication wire and caution tape over their mouths. And they're like frantically wiggling, and they look up, and she in particular knows what's going on. Like she realizes that she's been dragged into a piece of sorcery and a summoning that she wanted to do. You still have your phone out. What do you do?
I understand that this is what I'm envisioning, or this is already happening, and that the binding has put me to this moment.
Yeah, you're kind of in between worlds here. You're not really sure.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay. I look down at them and I say, You killed my coven. You brought this on yourself. You should have done this first. And then I'll flip that crowbar.
Nice.
I'll flip that piece of stone in and seal them.
It seals. You feel the binding take hold, and you feel one Vanderbilt become your demon. Suddenly, you're like back. The building is not up yet. It's not even close. But like there is a piece of concrete that you just slipped into place, and the foundation is all there, you know? It's been a couple of hours. It's like 6 a.m, and a construction foreman yells in a really loud New York way, kind of cusses. Hey, what the fuck are you doing here?
I look up and around.
You don't have your fucking helmet on? What are you doing?
Sorry, I'm with the company.
No, Mr.
I'll get my hard hat.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Lowder. I didn't recognize you at all.
Do I know this guy?
No, you have never seen this guy in your life.
No, he certainly don't got a name tag, so...
He hands you a helmet.
Thanks.
You take as much time as you need. We gotta lay another level of concrete. City wants more foundation on this thing.
You do what the city wants. Remember, this building's only as good as its foundation. And then he smiles.
The guy tips his hat to you. All right. Are you hanging out for a while? Are you leaving and getting breakfast? What are you doing?
Yeah, I'm gonna leave and get breakfast.
Okay.
I need to check in. I'm pretty sure the Addison's gone.
Yeah.
But I want to know, have I lost anyone else?
Right.
Yeah, so I really want to check that out. Is Julio gone? Is Frederick gone? Is Addison for sure dead?
Yeah.
These are the things I need to know.
Yep. I think you get out of the drawing app in which you drew the entire building.
Oh, I'm saving that son of a gun right there.
And there's a diner right across the street that has pretty good veggie chili.
All right.
It is not as expensive as you would think for being across the street from Grand Central. The service is excellent. Just really on point wait staff, really just well managed. It's actually right under that bridge that the Avengers were on when they fought the aliens and got into a circle. You know, that
oh, man.
moment. Yeah. There's
nice.
There's a diner right under that. So you go into there and they give you some piping hot coffee, and you've been up all night and you're fucking exhausted. You take off the drawing app, and you have text messages from everyone in your coven. It's like a bunch of group messages and a bunch of emails. Everybody like checking in. Is everyone okay? Everybody in the coven like either had their apartment broken into or had an attempted mugging or something last night. But everyone seems to be okay. No one is dead.
I'll send a group message to everybody. Coven meeting got to happen.
I think let's end it there.
Okay.
Let's end the game right at that moment. We'll start the next game with the Coven meeting.
Hi, this is Jason from the Gauntlet Gaming Community. If you enjoyed this episode of Comic Strip AP, please consider supporting the Gauntlet on Patreon. Our page can be found at patreon.com/gauntlet.